Hi everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today we have review for the next game. Sit comfortably, take something to eat or drink, and restarting. Valheim is Steam's latest top-selling, out-of-nowhere indie game, and from some angles, it sure looks the part. Depending on what screenshots you stumble upon, you might get some serious PlayStation 1 nostalgia vibes, with characters, animals, and trees that look straight out of the first 90s Tomb Raider game. Valheim begins with your in-game character, a blocky, low-polygon Viking carried by a massive probe through a thunderstorm. As the clouds and rain part, a wild forest spreads below, and you're dropped next to a series of room-covered stones and pillars. Your fate, as told by these stones, is that you must figure out how to conjure supernatural beasts, then defeat them. Valheim's opening splits the difference between these. Like Minecraft, every new Valheim quest begins in a randomly generated 3D universe. Unlike Minecraft, combat is impressed upon new players as an imperative path of quests, with no creative modes as a safe playground, but you also dump naked into the woods with a mythological hint that you're supposed to start by killing deer. Trouble is, this game's deer sure a pain to get to. They run too fast to catch up with, but with your pathetic default punches and your piddly stamina bar. All you can do at first is jump, run, and punch, as seen from a third-person 3D perspective. Punching the big trees doesn't do anything, but the small ones explode into wood when beaten. What's more, once you have cut wood in your hands, that same pro who carried you appears again to tell you, touching these cut-up trees has taught you how to make a few useful things. Pick up some nearby stones, and the same thing happens. Simply holding a new object is Valheim's educational system. Wood and stone, thankfully, unlock your path to making some implements, particularly a hammer. Equipping this lets you make floors, walls, ceilings, and other basic wooden building blocks, along with a workshop. Everyone in the game can advance, mostly, at their own pace and then jump into playing with friends with few issues. Makes it a great option when you just want to hang out with others with little no need for prep. While someone may have a better set of gear, they can help others hunt, harvest, and explore to get caught up. If you don't mind skipping the process of making it yourself, having your friends just hand off some gear is always an option as well. Valheim also has those wonderfully random moments where your partner or friends can swoop in to save the day when you are being chased by 10 or more enemies. Not to mention my idiotic deaths by falling trees always give me a chuckle. I really need to pay more attention when harvesting lumber. Stories like this play out all over the place in Valheim, and each leads to a new zone of potential battle or elemental damage. With each newly discovered danger comes new needs: weapons, armor, machines, potions, recipes, and more, whether to survive the bitter cold of a snowy mountain or to lug a massive number of unrefined stones to a home base so they can be processed. Thankfully, the game's mechanical core consistently feels tuned for fun and simplicity, meaning, even though that game's universe is constantly telling you to aspire to bigger quests, it's not a pain in the butt to get from point to point. In one cool Valheim twist, players are almost immediately given the building blocks needed to go to great architectural lengths with whatever homes they want to build. You're quickly taught that structural integrity matters in what you build, so you'll need to place pillars and blocks of various heights to buttress everything from a single-story shack to a multi-story smelting factory, and you can point a hammer at parts of your house to gauge how structurally sound they are with easy-to-recall highlights. Buildings are imperative, by the way, thanks to a day-night cycle and random bouts of rain and snow, plus the fact that any workshop you build doesn't work without a roof over its head. At first, you'll merely stand indoors with a cozy fire for a few minutes to offset conditions like cold and wet, which otherwise bring down your stamina, and avoid the more dangerous foes who wander at night, though these can be warded off while holding a torch. Later, you'll learn that pimping out your homestead gives you a longer-lasting resting bonus to take into the wilderness. Your home also lets you create and lock up chests to store supplies and create a convenient spawn point in the shape of a bed, in case you die in battle and need to gear up to run back to your supplies loaded corpse. Crucially, the simplicity of house building helps when you need to create makeshift shelter on the way to a distant objective. Who doesn't love a guest house in a box? Sometimes, combat in Valheim boils down to your connection to a central server, since multiplayer only works if a player runs a dedicated Valheim server instance via Steam. You and your friends might want to pony up for a dedicated hosting instance in the cloud, because as solid as the game feels in single player, Valheim was clearly built for multiplayer fun. I really enjoy how Valheim scales for various expertises in an adventuring party. Want to get into a crazy battle with a boss or a large group of foes? Sure. One person, adept and competent adorned in shiny armor, can rush a boss and kite it to control its movement, while weaker characters can hang back to either shoot arrows at the largest foe or assist by killing weaker minions nearby. Or maybe just follow strong friends to a far-off destination and help them load useful items into a rolling cart for the saga of essential bases operations. But any Valheim wishlist betrays the truth of the game's current, unfinished state. Already so much adventuring, crafting, building, and discovery available in ways that can easily be shared amongst friends for only $20. And if the screenshots I've chosen haven't made clear, this game can be very pretty, as its engine smothers its blocky characters with handsome effects and gorgeous vistas. We've put games in our year-end lists for less potential than what I've already enjoyed in Valheim thus far, and I don't see us getting out of 2021 without repeating praise for this killer multiplayer adventure option on PC. Thanks for watching guys, subscribe to my channel, bye everyone and see you soon.